Right, Wilson, today is power day. We need to beef up our power a lot. We are running out when we run all of our machines very quickly. These things cannot cope with it, so we need a bigger reactor. Yep, we're just going to build a bigger nuclear reactor. I've created some gargantuan tanks to store flux energy in. These now have 128 FE. Forge energy in each, 128 million. So that should keep the storage system running while I do this. Next thing I need to do is know how much of the reactor stuff we already have, and then I've got a list of the things we need to build. So copy paste gadget will tell us what's already in the reactor. First position, go up here. Second position, you will open up the menu and open up the materials list. I've done my math. We need a lot of stuff, right? So I've already had some crafting going on, so let's have a look at Extreme Reactor stuff. So I've got 424 casings here, plus the 106 that are in the actual reactor now, so that's kind of the 626 casings that I need. I was going to fill it with Enderium blocks, right, because that's one of the most efficient. I need 960 of these, and I've got 68, so let's say I need 900. That'll do. I'm missing 7,500. So that's going to take a long time, but lead is actually almost the same in terms of efficiency, and I've got enough lead. You know what that means? We can build the reactor. It's huge. Right, Wilson, the plan. Build a chunk with a nuclear reactor. So we are going to dig out the old reactor, get rid of it, and then I'm going to dig out a big area in here to make sure we've got a nice space within a chunk, all around a chunk. The reactor is 8 blocks high as well. So it's 16 by 16 by 8. Right, I'm going to start digging this out. Oh, first of all, though, I need to put in here all of the reactor stuff, because we're going to lose our storage system. So I need to put it in this chest. Once I've done that, I'll dig out the area and then we'll start building the reactor. Right, Wilson, the area is prepared. It is. Now we need to fill it with a nuclear reactor. So I'm going to try and use building gadgets to do this. So I'll do that. It doesn't recognize what block that is by the looks of it. And then I want to change this to surface, and I want to change the range to 15 maybe. Did that do it? Well, hey, that's not bad. Then I want to just go that, like that, like that, like that. Range is too far now, I think. Did that do it? Nearly. Check out that. Thank you, building gadgets. Right, and now we want to do vertical column. So vertical column, and I want that to be 7. Because my thing is 8 high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, perfect. Building gadgets, making this easy. Ta-da! A nuclear reactor, and it's all set up. I've got my network set up over here, so I can pull out uranium and put back into the system the waste. Uranium going in there, waste coming out there. All very good, all very simple. This is going to use much more uranium though, so we do have to keep an eye on it. And I've put here the power tap. So this is our reactor output, right? We can see that it's not on at the moment, the reactor. And this is where the controller is and the redstone stuff. So let's turn it on. And we should see it should get up to about 1800. It should be below 2000, and we're going to get about 50,000 RF per tick. 52,000 RF per tick. And that's going to stay just below 2000, and we're using about a millibucket a tick of fuel, which is awesome. 55,000 RF per tick. That's not bad, is it? Yeah, look at it. It's a beast. Right. Next job is I want to get it working so we can have it turn it on and off manually, but also if it's over kind of 60-70% of its internal buffer, this thing, right? If this thing is up in the 70-80%, then I suspect our network storage is full, so we can turn it off. And we're going to use Simple Circuit Maker. Yes, it's very cool. Right, Wilson, we need to get the reactor. I want to have a master switch that can turn it on or off. And I want to be able to control whether it's on based on how much energy it's currently got stored. So we can use the redstone modules to do that. So it will tell me that the stored is 80%. So it can turn the reactor off, but I want a master switch that can turn the reactor off anyway. So what we need is an AND gate. Yep. Vanilla Minecraft AND gate looks something like this. Bit of redstone there, which will turn that torch off, and this is the output. Okay. And then we can have need repeaters. Sure, I put repeaters in, but anyway, repeaters into there, there, and let's have this as one switch, that as another switch. Right, ready? This basically says that this cannot be on if this one or this one is not on. So for this to be on, this one and, hence the AND gate, this one need to be on. So if I turn this one on, look, it's still not on. I turn this one on, and now it's on. So imagine this is my master switch. So I'm allowing the reactor to be on, and this is the redstone telling it that there is now 80% in the buffer. That'll turn off. The reactor will turn off. Huh? Clever, right? Guess what? We can use Super Circuit Maker to do this in one tiny little square. Right? Super Circuit Maker, very, very cool little mod. You need to make a screwdriver, and you get tiny piles of redstone. Okay? So let's say we want our output at the front here. Boop, boop. And I boop that just on this edge of the pixel. And now look, it's pointing out. And I want a torch here. That's going to be like this torch. And I want this signal pick up that torch. So I boop it on the edge there, and you get this little cross. Right. That's this bit. Okay. So our output is there. Now I want to do this bit. So I have some tiny redstone. I can come back here. I can go, oh, I can go across to there. Don't want that. And I can go across to there. And then I can put redstone torch there and a redstone torch there. And now I want this to have that signal. So I boop it on the left edge there. And I boop it on the left edge. See, that's turned that torch off. I want this to be an output from the torch only. So I can boop that there. And look, that torch is back on because the power is going this way. Okay. Now I can go bit there, and I want this to be an input. So it's sucking in, hang on. Right, now it's sucking in from that edge. And I want a bit of redstone there, and I want to suck in from this edge. So boop it. Now I could put a lever here, And that is the same as this. All of this in this little box. So if I turn this one on, still doesn't turn on. This is my master switch. Look, it's on. And then the redstone controller turns the reactor off. Got it? I'll hover over it, look, and you can take a photo if you want. Look, there you go. My AND gate. And we can use RF tools, receivers and transmitters to do this in a really cool way. There's our AND gate. And then this is a redstone receiver that's connected to this redstone transmitter. Right? And this is the thing saying, right, I want a redstone signal while the internal buffer is below 80%. And we can see here that we are at 84% full. So the reactor's off. Nothing's draining the power. Very slowly draining the power. That'll be the screens. So the reactor, this is saying, I don't want the reactor on because I'm above. And you can see that here. Look, that's got no redstone signal going in. So the torch is on. Okay. This side, this is linked to over here, this screen. So my master switch is on. So if we were at more than less than 80%, the reactor would be on. Got it? I can turn that off, and now even if the reactor was at less than 80%, it wouldn't come on because my master switch is off. Clever, innit? I love it. I love it. And I can replicate this over at the main house. I can link up to these transmitters and receivers, so I can turn the reactor on and off from the main house. Huh? So this way, we're not wasting fuel by burning, just dumping raw energy. It turns off at 80%. It will turn back on when we're below 80% to keep this topped up. If nothing's drawing power, it will stay off and we won't be wasting uranium. Awesome, innit? Now I've got to sort out my Flux networks because they're a bit of a mess. I think we've done it, Wilson. I think we have sorted out all of the power stuff. And look, the boards are up. So we can see the total stored in the reactor. We can see what the core network, the machine network and the ore processing network are doing in terms of the amount of usage. And we can start to see their RF usage and RF per tick usage. You can see here at the moment, mining / ore processing is using an awful lot. All right, we can go in here and we can check why, and we can see, okay, raw processing is using 40,000 RF a tick. I wonder why that's happening. And then we can go over to ore processing, and we can come over here and we can see, because this is the raw processing one. So in this view, we saw raw processing, and I can go, oh, I know why. This guy's on. Because this guy uses a lot, producing oxygen and hydrogen. We've got 6 million bits of oxygen, so we can probably turn him off for now. And now we can see in the network, hardly using anything. What do you reckon? See the core network details on here. We've got the wireless, we've got the storage system, we've got reactor screens, the mob farm screens. I think we're pretty well organized. How did I achieve all of this? Well, over in our reactor, I've got a ultimate universal cable coming out of the output. That's what we're seeing that 26 million RF is. And then I'm plugging my plugs, my Flux plugs onto this cable here to separate the networks out. Monitoring these things gives us all the details. We can see that it's currently off because we're higher than 80%. But if I was to turn back on the ore processing, oh no, do that back. I was to turn this guy back on again, we'll probably see, right, this will be back up into the 40s, 40,000, 60,000. That's going down. You can see over here that the reactor is active because we're draining it. We should see that that thing is switching between 70% and 80%. So it's on again, just switched off, and it's on and it's off. So it's keeping it topped up. good, isn't it? Power for not the foreseeable whole future, but for at least for the next few weeks and months, or however many episodes that might be, is pretty well sorted now. All right, Wilson, power sorted, storage of power sorted. We've got lots stored. I think we're good for a while. Next, I want to get into killing the dragon, getting some flight, getting some withers, so we can get some wither stars, some nether stars, whatever they're called, and then we can start to build more advanced stuff and think about even more power so we can start building our own, our own dimensions. Yeah. But as always, might have to wait till tomorrow. Looks like it's bedtime. Night night.